Hello, so today we'll be talking about the bug flashcards that are available at flashcardsforkindergarten.com. Free, printable, just print them out, laminate them, and you can print them out in any size you like, okay? So first, let's imagine that we're teaching younger kids. You might not want to introduce them all, as always. If you've seen any of the other videos, this is how we usually do it. And Beetle. Okay, so you might start with 3, and then you have, if it's a very young child, you might say ant, ant, bee, beetle, beetle. Can you touch beetle? Where is beetle? Is this beetle, beetle, touch, 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 have the child touch, and then again try and have the child interact. As the child trusts you more, the child will start speaking automatically. You don't have to force the child to speak. So, you know, give them space, let them warm up, because they're thinking, okay? As long as they're not running around the room, they're thinking about what you're pointing at and what you're saying. So they're taking in the information. So just let them, you know, give them time. Eventually, after you've done this, you can introduce more. And there's an order to introduce these. Do what you feel is right, but I like to do ant because it's very short word, and then bee, and then beetle because it contains the same name at the beginning. And then we've got spider, ladybug. So that might be the next stage. I might introduce 5 cards after the 3, okay? And then we've got snail, worm, grasshopper, fly, dragonfly, okay? And you might say butterfly next, but I like to do these 2 last, caterpillar, butterfly. Usually in class we might be doing a craft or reading a book later on which might contain these 2 flashcards, caterpillar and butterfly. It's totally up to you. You might just do these 2 on one day, caterpillar and butterfly, and then introduce them into the set. There's no set rules to teaching. I'm sure that a lot of people can comment below to say how they teach. But basically these are the cards. Now, like I said, you can print these in any size you like. So I have these as an example, which I printed and then stuck onto card or colored paper and then laminated them. So you'll see that they're very strong and you can't see through them. So you might say, okay, class, let's repeat. Okay, so by this time they already know all of the bug names, and if they don't, you just use the names that they do. So we've got dragonfly, what's this? And you know, you're putting them down, the kids are saying the words. If you have a sentence chant that you've learned, like ant, ant, it's an ant. Bee, bee, it's a bee. You know, maybe you're doing this at the same time as putting them down. Whoa, there's a lot of cards here. So I'd probably choose, if you know that everybody knows what a ladybug is, I wouldn't put that one in anymore, and I'd just put the ones that they're not so sure about. So it's helping them, so they're getting something from it. Then once they're in, you say, okay, everybody, let's turn them over, okay? Now with this set, what I've done is I've used 2 colors to make it easier. So I've done one set as yellow and peach, I think, and then one set as pink. And then, you know, by this time, everybody's sat in a circle. You can play this with 1 child, with 2 children, with the whole class, okay? But just make sure they repeat, okay? So imagine that we were doing the chant from before, bee, bee, it's a bee. So we say, oh, well, oh, look, what do we say? B, B, it's a B. Okay, next one. Okay, so now child turns it over, butterfly, butterfly, it's a butterfly. Oh no, okay, they're not the same. So what happens is gradually children start to remember, right? Okay, so B, B, it's a B. And then B, B, it's a B, yay, so 1 point, right? So as the cards become less and less, it becomes easier to remember for the children. So that is an example of a matching game, which you can do with this set and any other set. You can do this with colors, numbers, seasons, classroom objects, anything at all. And finally, I might just pop this on the screen, it might be easier, but there's also a bugs poster available for download, which again can be used with these. If you're teaching a very young child, you might play a matching game with the child. So I hope this was helpful for you. Let me know if it was in the comments. If you can think of anything to improve these cards, or you want, you know, you've got an idea for another flashcard set, let me know, and maybe I can make that one for you too. Okay, thanks very much. That is that, and see you later. Bye bye.